Hello everyone, welcome to Mobility Outlook. We are here at the Auto Component Show at Pragati Maidan. With me here is Siddharth Manoharan, Director Strategy of the Coimbatore-based Pricol Group. Siddharth, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you.
Absolute pleasure meeting you as well, Murli. I think on behalf of Mr. Vikram also I'll extend his regards to you. He would have loved to have this conversation with you if he was here as well.
Thank you, Siddharth, but it's wonderful to have you. And what's the mood like? I mean, you're on day 2 here, you've had your stall. What do you see here in terms of the buoyancy, the drive that the government has articulated in electric? Do you see people actually walking the talk?
Absolutely. I think this year it's a lot more energetic and power packed. We see a lot of energy footfalls happening, and we are located on the main hall at Pragati Maidan. And till yesterday, till today, the footfalls have been tremendous. And our people have been like back-to-back meeting with a lot of visitors, OEMs, team members, senior leadership coming from various OEMs. So I think we are all power packed, and it's good to see the energy buzzing here.
And in a way, that's also good news to Pricol, right? I mean, because you folks have been on the massive threshold of change over the last few years, and right now the momentum must be giving you further confidence and the encouragement to say that, hey, we're on the right track.
Absolutely. I think last couple of years it has been more like a turnaround for Pricol, and a lot more growth and a lot more opportunities that have come our way. And we also pushed our boundaries in terms of technology and our product offerings. And the entire team is excited to be here and showcase what is new in Pricol. And in fact, our stall, we have launched our next-gen solutions to drive the future of mobility in terms of the cockpit displays and your heads-up units, and our new solution in terms of disc brake. And the best part, all of this is EV agnostic. So even with EV coming in, we'll have a good play across the various segments.
Wow, that's something actually I'd like you to dwell upon. This whole thing of being future ready, you've spoken to me in the past about it. It's quite fantastic. So in a way, you are ready for everything that's really going to be happening, because things are changing so rapidly.
Absolutely.
So how do you cope? I mean,
you're true. Definitely, I think in the last 1 year we are seeing a lot of movement in terms of electrification as a drive, both from the traditional and non-traditional customers. And also in the product portfolio, a lot of electronics is getting integrated. We see a lot of transition happening in that aspect as well. We are keeping pace with the transformation that's happening in the market, because we want to stay ahead of the curve in our solution offerings. As a company, we've been investing quite heavily on our engineering and technology group. We focus not only on the product development, but also on the process development. And we spend anywhere between 4.5 to 5% of our turnover year on year, way above the industry average, which is giving us the edge over the competition and keep up the pace with the market and the transition as well.
amazing. Siddharth, I'm also quite amazed when I see the massive turnaround that Pricol has gone through. And more than really the bottom line, it's just the way the company's repositioned itself. And perhaps you could dwell a little upon what really has been happening in recent times and what you propose to do in the future in terms of the renewed focus on technology, on the tech center that we've spoken about, on the kind of hires that you've planned, on the kind of mindset that you're looking at, because right now the buzzword is mechatronics more than anything else. So I'm curious about what's really happening, if viewers can get an idea of what's really happening at Pricol right now.
Absolutely. Yes, we have turned around the company. We are on a very good footing in terms of our financials. We have become a debt-free company mid of this financial year. In terms of product portfolio, a robust line of products that we have, and a long-standing relationship with customers, our OEMs. Next year we are turning 50 as a group.
Wow.
Thank you. And I think with Vikram at the helm of affairs and with the renewed leadership team, there's a lot of new blood and new thought process that has come into the organization, and we are revisiting our entire the way we operate. And we are also transitioning in terms of company, 50-year-old company, to keep up with the latest trends, technologies, and the various policies suitable for the next-gen people to come inside as well. So, as a company, in terms of, we are very distinct. We have two different product portfolios. One is on driver information and connected vehicle solutions, where we have our display systems, our integrated infotainment like cockpit solutions, our sensors, telematic solutions, battery management system, The best part, all of this is agnostic for EV vehicle as well, EV vehicles, and many of them we have launched it for EV vehicles. And the next product vertical is actuation, control and fluid management system, where we do our cabin tilt, oil pump, water pump. In fact, that there also we have launched the electric coolant pumps as a system, and the next new product category brought in is the disc brake solutions, again which will be for EV or ICE specific. There we are also moving up the value chain for a higher degree of product portfolios in terms of we are, for example, we are supplying a 100-ton pump for 100 kilogram pump, for an export customer, where even with EV disruption we will not be losing any market share. So definitely we are investing heavily on the technology piece, and we'll continue to invest about 4.5% to 5% on the technology. And as you know, we have our 2 tech centers located in Coimbatore. The core technology is done in-house, and we are very proud that entire product solution that we have launched and we have the cutting edge solutions are all done in-house by our team members without any joint venture or technical collaborations. Having said that, we are also working on new strategic partnerships to complement our product offerings. Today, Pricol has moved from a product-based approach to more of a solution-based company. We position ourselves as a solution player and more of an automotive technology company rather than a component manufacturing company, right? So a lot of investments are going in, and strategic partnership complement our product portfolio. For example, we partnered with Sibros on the telematics side. We do have the hardware, proven hardware. We have been supplying in the market for more than a decade. But now with Sibros, their connectivity platform and cloud solutions integrated in our hardware, we offer end-to-end solution to the customers. So those kind of value-added partnerships, which is what we are looking at, but the core product and portfolio and technology will be handled by our people internally, and we have about 400 plus product and process engineers. We continue to invest them, we continue to enhance the ecosystem for new talent to come in, and with electronification taking over, a lot of software is getting integrated in our class of product, and people are benchmarking with the IT industry, so we are upping our ante in terms of our in-house offerings to the talents, and we are recruiting more and more on the software side as well. Today I think we have about 100 people in our ecosystem of software engineers, and we also created an ecosystem of partners who work with on specialized solutions. Like, to give an insight, we have partnered with an Austrian firm called Candera to avail their CGI studio for our human interface, machine interface solution, and the graphic solutions which goes into our display systems. So all these, we are quite dynamic in terms of all this action that's happening, and quite exciting times as an organization.
I can imagine, but what's it like getting talent? Because I've been reading global stories when the entire electric expansion happens, the biggest trip with a whole lot of CEOs is getting talent is difficult. It's also quite expensive. So
True that, we've also had our fair share of talent attrition, and especially in the last 2 years with all this, people were movement across industries, we had our fair challenge. But we've been constantly positioning our growth opportunities, and a lot of policies were revamped within the organization to keep up with the market requirements. And being in Coimbatore, which is the educational hub, a lot of focus is being put in Coimbatore today, and we see a lot of movement of MNCs, a lot of companies are moving into Coimbatore for the availability of talent that is coming in. We being a well-known name in the market, coming from Coimbatore, we are working to attract a lot more talent. It is a difficult time, but we are keeping pace, and we see that market is also a little bit saturating in terms of the movement, which is kind of helping us in a way, right?
true. Give us an idea of what we can expect in the following fiscal. I mean, do we expect, you're welcome to talk even about investments if you wish, and the kind of areas that you would be looking at, the kind of initiatives that you're planning.
Next year, we are seeing a lot more action in our display systems going into the TFT solutions. We launched for various EV vehicles. For example, TVS iQube is with our EV display, we are TFT displays. Recently, we launched with HMCL, their Vida cluster is with Pricol. In fact, the entire development, the drawing board to SOP was done in 8 months time frame. And it's a full stack solution. It's a 7-inch TFT with touchscreen, integrated with over-the-air updates, screen mirroring, onboard navigation. So it's a full stack solution deployed into a two-wheeler segment. So we see a lot of potential and growth coming in the TFT display market for us, because the market is moving from mechanical to LCD movement happened. The LCD to TFT movement we are seeing in a much more faster adoption that's happening. In terms of telematics, again we are betting quite heavily, especially with our partner with Sibros. On the end-to-end, we did a customer roadshow. In fact, we completed our integration with Sibros. We are going to give the POCs to all the customers. So that will be our next growth area for us coming in. The third would be a battery management system with the French partner BMS PowerSafe. They are the top 3 pure play BMS suppliers in Europe. We just completed the roadshow, which was the reception was very good from the OEMs. So that we are also quite bullish to take it to the market. And the good thing is all their solutions are meeting their renewed norms, the battery management norms, the battery specification norms that the government has come up with, which is going to be live from 1st of April. So that is one area we are talking about. And the other product vertical we are quite going to be aggressive is on the disc brake systems. So traditionally, Pricol was into disc brakes 2 decades ago. We launched it in early 2000s. We were way ahead of the market back then. But now is the time where the movement is happening into disc brake from drum brakes, and that is one area where we are going to be focused on for sure.
And the investments will be therefore substantial.
And the investments for the newer technology products, yes, we are planning right now, which will be taking into forward. But we have created capacities to take our revenues to about 2,200 crores, and all investment has been done to meet those target turnover numbers. But for all these new age technology products, we are, as we speak, we are in the process of finalizing the investments and going into the investments. But the good part is most of the investments we are going to plan from our internal accruals. We are fairly a cash generating company, and as we are debt free, which is giving us that leverage to be very bullish and go with our investments internally.
Great to know, Siddharth. And here's my final question. So the worst is behind you in terms of everyone, what the world experienced, supply chain, the COVID, things are on track. It's a far more buoyant, optimistic scenario ahead, in your view.
As a company, we are very much optimistic and bullish. One about the Indian market itself, for where we are positioned with the recessionary trends that are happening in US and export, but Indian market we are quite bullish. And as a company where we are positioned, we are quite bullish about the product offerings and our market positioning with the customers. But we are also treading with caution because whilst the demand is quite significant, we are seeing a little bit of stress on the supply side, especially on the electronic components, on the semiconductors. While the supply situation has improved, we have not come out of the woods completely. We are seeing that anyway, it will take time for the next 1 year. From September 2023 is when things will still become normal. Even today, there are a lot of allocations and premium pricing that are happening, which is putting a lot of stress on the supply and also on our profitability point of view. But we are in constant touch. We are establishing connects with their global leadership to bring a lot of focus on the Indian market and our market positioning as well, which is helping us to maneuver the situation a little bit better.
I'm sure it'll be better. Siddharth, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been
Absolute
wonderful.
pleasure.
It's been really wonderful talking to you.